Hi all, today I'm going to talk about plant microbe interactions. The vast majority of soil microbes are heterotrophic, so they have close association with plants. In all cases, the microbe and the plant have established the capacity to communicate each other. The microbe detects and responds to plant produce chemical signaling molecules. The microbe plant interaction can be broadly divided into two classes that are epiphytes and endophytes. Epiphytes are the microbes that live on the surface of plants, and endophytes are the microbes that colonize internal plant tissue. Phyllosphere microorganisms. The environment of the aerial portion of a plant is called a phyllosphere. Leaves and stems undergo frequent and rapid changes in humidity, UV exposure, and temperature. This in turn supports the leaching of organic material that could support a microbial population. The bacterial genus Sphingomyces produces pigments that function like a sunscreen, so it can survive high levels of UV exposure. Phyllosphere contains bacteria, filamentous fungi, yeast, and photosynthetic and heterotrophic protists. The proteobacteria Pseudomonas syringae and Erwinia and Pentoia species are most important. Rhizosphere and rhizoplane microorganisms. The region where the soil and root make contact is called a rhizosphere. The term was introduced by Lawrence Hiltner in 1904. The plant root surface is called a rhizoplane. A large number of microbes in the rhizosphere can promote plant growth by their ability to communicate with plants using complex chemical signals. These chemical signals include auxin, gibberellins, glycolipids, and cytokinins. The nitrogen fixation in plant is carried out by genera Acetobacter azospirillum. Recently, methanogenic archaea have been identified in the rhizosphere of rice. Rice paddies are semi-submerged. The limited flux of oxygen into the soil creates an anoxic zone just below the surface. This combined with vast amount of land devoted to rice cultivation makes rice field a major source of greenhouse gas methane. The figure that's showing the root surface of microorganisms. In this, the F letter indicate the fungus and B is the bacteria and R is the root surface. Soil contains several types of microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa, etc. In this, the bacterial population of the soil exceeds the population of all other groups of microorganisms. The most predominant genera of this group are Nocardia, Streptomyces, Micromonospora, etc. They are capable of degrading many complex organic substances and consequently play an important role in building soil fertility. They can synthesize antibiotics also. Fungi. Hundreds of different species of fungi inhabit the soil. They are most abundant near the surface. They exist in both mycelial and spore stage. Fungi are active in decomposing the major constituents of plant tissue, namely cellulose, lignin, and pectin. Example Verticillium, Pythium, Phytophthora. The third one is algae. The population of algae in soil is generally smaller than that of either bacteria or fungi. The major types are green algae and diatoms. Cyanobacteria, the oxygenic photosynthetic bacteria, are found in rocks, trees, in soils with enough moisture. They can carry out photosynthesis and produce large amount of oxygen. Example is Chlamydomonas volvox Spirogera. Microorganisms exhibit many different types of interactions. Some are neutral, some are beneficial or positive, others are detrimental or negative. Neutral associations, neutralism that two different species of microorganisms occupy the same environment without affecting each other. The positive association in which the two different organisms got a benefit. This is two-type mutualism and commensalism. Mutualism is a biological interaction between two species where in both species benefit from each other. This term was discovered by Pierre van Benden. They exchange food or provide shelter for shelter or protection, but may still be able to live independent life. There are many different examples for mutualistic relationship. The relationship between plants and microbe. Example is rhizobium in root nodules, and relationship between protist and fungi is an example. That lichen is an example for this. Lichen are used as a good indicator of air pollution. Mm, they are found in high concentration in less polluted area, and they are found in low concentration in highly polluted area. And pollination is an example for insect and plant mutualism. Commensalism is the relationship between two different species in which one species benefit from the relationship and the other is neither harmed or helped. Very few of such relationships exist, as it is very unlikely the two organisms can live together without them affecting each other. Most examples of commensalism relationship are feeding or protection. Barnacles adhered to the skin of a whale or shark is an example for commensalism. The barnacle benefits from the relationship and does not harm or help its host. And a negative association in which the two different species are negatively affected. This include antagonism, competition, and parasitism. Antagonism in which one species are adversely affect the environment for another species. This type of organisms produce antibiotics. Examples Staphylococcus aureus and Pseudomonas aeruginosa are antagonistic towards Aspergillus terrace. And the competition. In this, the best adapted microbial species will predominate. Competition in plants is caused by the presence of neighbor plants, usually by reducing their availability of resources like uh, light, water, mineral, space, etc. And example for this is farmers are clear the weeds from their field to reduce the competition between the weeds and the uh, plant. And then another example is that plants consume nitrogen by absorbing it into their roots, and plants that produce many roots typically reduces soil nitrogen to very low concentration. So this mm, thereby destroying the neighbor plants by the deficiency of nitrogen. So plants with a very high number of roots will reduces the soil nitrogen. And third one is parasitism, in which one organism live in or on another organism. Parasites are chemotrophs. Their relationship is determined to the host. However, a trice parasite does not kill its host. Parasitism is also present in plants. A parasitic plant derives all of its nutrients requirement from another living plant. They have modified roots for these is called hostoria, and which penetrate the host plant and connect to the xylem and phloem. Next example is cuscuta.